Remember, it is a sin to miss the Jamaat of Salah without a valid reason. It is better to do iftar with one or half date than clean your mouth properly and say Salah with complete Jamaat. These days, people eat fruits, kebabs, etc. in the masjid and join Jamaat without cleaning their mouths properly. Whereas there shouldn't be a single bit of food or taste in the mouth when offering Salah. Ala Hadrat Imam Ahmad Rada Khan alayhi rahmatur rahman says, according to several ahadith, when a man stands to pray Salah, an angel places its mouth onto his mouth, and whatever he recites comes out of his mouth and enters to angel's mouth. If there is anything stuck in his teeth, the angels are so distressed by it that nothing else distresses them to such an extent. The noble Rasul, chief of mankind, the blessed Mustafa sallallahu ta'ala alaihi wasallam says, when any of you stands to offer Salah at night, he should clean his teeth using a miswak, because when he recites the Holy Quran, an angel places its mouth on his mouth, and whatever comes out of his mouth enters the angel's mouth. Allahu Akbar. My dear Islamic brothers and viewers of Madani channel, in his Kabir, Imam Tabarani rahmatullahi ta'ala mentions a statement made by Sayyidina Abu Ayyub Ansari radiyallahu ta'ala anhu. There is nothing more troublesome for the two angels than seeing their companion offering Salah with bits of food in his teeth. It is usually hard for people who do iftar in the masjid to clean their mouths properly, because if they try to do so, they may well lose Jamaat or at least some rakat. It is suggested to do iftar with just a date or two and some water. Move the water properly inside your mouth so that the sweetness and bits of the date are washed away into your stomach. If necessary, use a toothpick. If there is no time to clean mouth properly, then it's safer to do iftar with water only. I love those fasting Muslims. Amir al-Sunnah says, I love those fasting Muslims who sit in the first row of the masjid before sunset with a date and some water, taking no interest in the trays of delicious foods. In this way, cleaning the mouth is easy, and they will succeed in offering the Salah at the first row of the masjid without missing the first takbir. Subhanallah. My dear Islamic brothers, do iftar with one or two dates and then make a dua. At least recite one ma'thur dua, dua-e ma'thura. The supplications that have been mentioned in the Quran and ahadith are called ma'thur. My dear Islamic brother, learn at least one of the prayers that were said by Makki Madani Mustafa, King of the universe, beloved of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, at various occasions. One well-known dua to be recited after iftar has already been mentioned. Here is another one. According to narration mentioned in Abu Dawud Sharif, that the king of Madinatul Munawwarah, chief of Makkatul Mukarramah, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, used to make the following supplication at the time of iftar. Allahumma laka sumtu wa ala rizqika aftartu. Translation: Ya Allah Azza wa Jal, I fasted for you and did iftar with your giving sustenance. My dear Islamic brothers and viewers of Madani channel, a previous hadith mentioned that supplications made at the time of iftar are not rejected. Sometimes a question arises as to why the effect of our prayers being answered has not yet taken place, whereas many ahadith contain glad tidings about it. My dear Islamic brothers and viewers of Madani channel, don't worry. In case of apparent delays, Sayyidina Ala Hadrat rahmatullahi ta'ala respected father Sayyidina Naki Ali Khan alayhi rahmatur rahman mentions on page 7 of Ahsanul Bi'a li Adab Dua, 3 advantages of dua. The beloved of Allah, knower of the unseen, the faultless, sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, every dua contains at least one of the following 3 advantages. Number 1, either his sins is forgiven, or number 2, he gets benefit, or number 3, he will get its reward in the afterlife. when man sees the reward of his prayers in the afterlife that were not answered in the world, he will wish, yes, he will wish that none of his prayers would be answered in the world and they all would be stored for the afterlife. May Allah Azza wa Jal forgive us for the sake of this holy month of Ramadan. Ameen. Bijahi Nabi Ameen. Sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa sallam.